Can McCaffrey do it again? It's a coach. You're set for Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've got to be pleased. Yet in this first quarter of action, but we have the offense in the red zone as they've got it here 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time.
Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss.
Brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he is going to be stopped on the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. Still 0-0 here in quarter 1, but an early test to check in on as we've got a 3rd down situation looming. This time Haskins will look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And not a whole lot. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now it's Haskins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. There was no going through the progression. So here's the situation upcoming. 2nd quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Out of the gun now on third down. Over the middle, complete. That's Norton. And he'll have the first down, getting this.
Here we go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, watch that.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Jones. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Norton. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that's sets up a 1st and goal. Seems as if the path. Attack starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will fight his way into. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter.
Ready. And read. Check 55, Mike. So we got man.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Third down. Here's Haskins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's... They're going on 4th down. Haskins. That one complete to Hill. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So not only do they convert on 4th, but... From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, can this offense muster a late second quarter drive to break our tie? Let's see. They'll have to be pretty efficient with their time here. Watch the clock.
Ready. Check. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 55's my guy, 55. I don't even know why this dude's
Throwing now. Haskins on first down. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. On second down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. Gay's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? On third down, Davis. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that...
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more that coming.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Haskins on the keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does.
Let's go. Watch the twist.
Now this time he'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards.
And a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyreek Hill with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me.
So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 55.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to...
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get ready. Get ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And the highlights roll, and there have been a lot of them.
He is absolutely stuffing the stat sheet, isn't he? I mean, you name it, he's doing it. Getting in the end zone.
So a 3rd down situation coming up as we drop you in the action. The ball in the red zone, 3rd and 2.
Ready. 7 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Go, go. 55. Short. Hey, check. Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go. Here we go.
3rd and 2. Now Haskins. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position?
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Out to his left. He can run for it. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
All right, you've had to put up...
4th quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down.
Ready. 57's right. 57. Mike, 57.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tyreek Hill. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.